welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band, the best music show on the internet. Sorry, I added a little touch in there from the early days. Yeah, my name's Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
We thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead, subscribe down below and comment. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. And follow us on Patreon, $5 a month for bonus content. Get the shirt in the description. Support the show. That's the official I Quit My Band shirt.
Look at that shit.
It's great. I just shipped out that one order this past week.
That's awesome.
About 2 weeks late.
I was going to say, we probably want to get that our supply chain a little more
I
dialed
forgot
in.
about it completely, and then I just rolled it into my errands for this weekend. So.
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah.
At least you got to roll it in.
Yeah.
I just strobed myself.
Yeah, that's a strobe.
I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?" And then I just went.
Yeah. We're
Right,
winding down from a Halloween party that occurred here last weekend. So
Yeah, I see that the podcast stage is kind of also just where you put all the
where
shit.
we put all of our junk from outside.
We get a mallard now.
We got the mallard, the Tony Soprano mallard. We got a whole bunch of candles and some cobweb. It would have been good for the Halloween special.
But hey, it's a chat pile
But
record.
it's a chat
Yeah,
pile
the
record.
spookiest band of them all.
It still works. It still makes sense. Yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about the new Chat Pile record, In the Earth Again. The new one from Chat Pile and a folk songwriter, or I think just instrumentalist, Hayden Pedigo. Have you guys heard of Hayden Pedigo before?
No, sir.
I have, yeah. When the record that came out earlier this year had gotten some write-ups, and I ended up listening to it. It's cool. It's it's not like my go-to type of music, but Long Pond Lily is a song that I remember saving and coming back to.
Yeah.
Just like some really good folksy, like finger-picking style, like guitar compositions.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool that like this person making instrumental sort of like John Fahey style like music got this breakthrough on like Pitchfork and Fantano. And then when I saw that he was making a record with Chat Pile, I was like, I could not have seen that coming.
Yeah, I did not know what to expect. I mean, I didn't know who Hayden Pedigo was until it was announced, like this record was announced. Just somehow completely flew under my radar. But I did check out his stuff. John Fahey is a guy that I would compare him to. Also, there's a guy named William Tyler that I listened to a little bit. William Tyler's also kind of the same deal.
Came to Bottle Rocket last year. I think.
Yeah. I think he went on tour with Ty Segall at one point or something like that.
Yeah, he's got cred.
He's got some cred.
Yeah.
And Hayden Pedigo, yeah, I think his stuff is a little bit more lush and more like raw than someone like William Tyler. But it is a lot like John Fahey. But yeah, had no idea what to expect going into a collab record with the ugliest, sludgiest, grossest sounding band that we're very fond of, Chat Pile.
Did they put out a record this year?
It was last year.
Okay, I was trying to remember that.
Cool World came out like this time, 2024.
So they're a Halloween band.
I guess you could say that.
They're like the Saw franchise of bands.
Yeah.
Just every October, you got to be ready.
They come around during the spooky season, and that's all right. It fits.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they've had any songs that have been like Rob Zombie. You know, there's no like Living Dead Girl.
No, they're like terrifying in like just like an existential way.
It just like in like a life way. I'm just like I lost my job.
Yeah.
I'm divorced.
I've got overdue bills.
Yeah, it's like divorced dad rock for a cool divorced dad.
Yeah, like a beanie wearing, bouldering dad.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. He's got the membership at Ascend.
Yeah.
And he actually does care about his kids.
He's got a couple tattoos. Yeah, and he's deeply respectful of his children and his family.
Yeah.
Even though he's divorced. Like I will not talk shit on the mother of my children.
What a specific.
But she is a bitch.
What a specific picture.
Yeah. So we reviewed Cool World at the end of last year. It was one of my favorite records of 2024. And I remember the thing that we said about Cool World was like, this is another great record from Chat Pile, but like, where are they really going to go from here? Because like the sound was so similar. The sound of Cool World is very similar to what they've already done. Like it doesn't. Each record sounds very similar, and like they're just making slight changes with like songwriting. Like Cool World was a little bit more like headbangy than God's Country, and definitely a little bit more headbangy than the couple EPs they put out before God's Country. And this, I don't know if it really counts as the thing that they're doing next, since it's like not an official like release as a band. I mean, I guess it is, but I like that they are a band that like can do these kind of like little offshoots. Like this one with Hayden Pedigo, and then they also did a soundtrack for a movie called 10 Killer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like maybe 1 or 2 years ago. That was kind of in the same vein. But yeah, I mean, going into it, I was just like, this is either going to be... I listened to the song Radioactive Dreams. I tried to record a little bit of a reaction to that, but it was too sad to really put on the channel. I was like, this is just bumming me out.
Yeah, I remember. I think Radioactive Dreams is a really good song, but I was kind of concerned about a whole album's worth because I was like, this is fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Like in a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
And like the way it at least gave me an idea of like how we are going to mix these two sounds. Because like we said, Chat Pile, like we had reached that point wondering like what they're gonna do with their sound, because it almost felt like they had kind of perfected it.
Yeah.
So when you're going into a collab with someone as like delicate as Hayden Pedigo, it's like, how does that sound that you have like dialed in not just completely overwhelm what this guy does? And then getting that first glimpse of it, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. It like ends up being somewhere almost indie rock, like a really sad version of like indie or post rock.
Yeah, it was almost like shoegazy.
Yeah.
At first, like, I don't know. And that song also like didn't feel like a full song. Like it was pretty short, and it didn't really have like a verse chorus type of thing. I was
like
just
a
like
vibe situation.
It was kind of a vibe, and I was like, maybe this album's going to be a lot more just vibes. And it's just going to be this kind of thing that they did once, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. But I was pretty pleasantly surprised by this record as a whole. Like I'm pretty impressed by what they were able to do with Hayden Pedigo and like make it work for both artists. Like it doesn't sound like it's a Chat Pile record, and it doesn't sound like it's just a Hayden Pedigo record. Like
there are moments, though, I would say, for each.
There's definitely moments for each, and I think they were able to strike like a very good balance on most of this record, just with the tracks. I mean, some of the songs too, like his kind of like folksy singer-songwriter, or not singer-songwriter, but folksy like instrumental stuff really shines. Wow, like they put like little hints of noise and sludge in there.
Like I got my own blunt to smoke.
I got my own blunt to smoke, and the other one, Behold a Pale Horse.
Yeah,
that's
like,
another one.
Yeah, there's like almost like a David Lynch sound design with just like these weird fucked up sounds.
Yeah,
and even like the palette of both like the types of chords that he's playing and how the guitar sounds is just like a little more downbeat and like depressing than the stuff on his record, which is a lot more like folksy, bluegrassy.
Yeah, this does like kind of strike you as like a soundtrack to like some sort of weird like A24 movie, like Midsummer or something. I don't know. Like there's like Behold the Pale Horse like starts off like very like gentle, and then just towards the end it's like just some weird little guitar shrieks start coming in, and then it starts getting louder, and that's how it goes for a couple other songs. I think the other one is I Got My Own Blunt to Smoke, where it just starts turning into like noise at the end and starts getting
and
real
Outside
fucked up.
and Inside, like those two tracks have like more of that like soundscape type of thing. But yeah, I think what's cool, I would agree with you that it doesn't sound like either of them, and it is like a true collaboration in both that. Like they're both able to bring things out of each artist that I wouldn't have been able to hear otherwise.
Yeah. And
a big one is like some of Ray Gun Bush's vocal performances.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's a lot of spoken word stuff on the Chat Pile records, but in these he's like almost singing.
He's trying to sing. He's trying to come out as a singer, as just like a nice singer.
And I found it like really effective. Like,
yeah.
especially the closer. Like the closer is like
Closer's heartbreaking.
fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And like that like really vulnerable, like he almost sounds like he's crying.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does sound like he's on the verge of tears in that song, and the song's called "A Tear for Lucas." So maybe he was. Maybe that actually is what happened. While
And that
recording.
could sound super corny.
Yeah,
Like somebody
it
like
probably does.
almost breaking up, but
Yeah.
like it sounds great. And I
Yeah.
don't know if he would have got that without like lending part of the creative process over to this guy who does something so like
Yeah.
vulnerable and delicate.
I felt
Yeah.
like at times they were like taking turns a little bit. Like
Yeah.
we'd go from like a somewhat chat pile-ish intense vibe, like the Never Days Say Die song, which I
Yeah.
thought was going to be a Sabbath cover. You
I
know?
thought it was too.
I was like, damn, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But then you go into something a bit more somber and like spacey and instrumental for a minute. So in that way, I can see like the clear dissemination between like collaborators, but also like what you guys are saying. There's definitely moments where they like sync up and like meld together.
Yeah.
But they also each give their vibes like time to shine too, I think.
Yeah, my favorite moments on the record are the ones where Chad Pyle shines the most, where
Yes.
it's mostly Chad Pyle taking over. Specifically, the Matador, which is like one of the best, like just Chad Pyle songs that they have. I mean, it's like 7.5 minutes, and that's like one of the most evil. Sorry, this fucking drink is.
This is
killing
like
me.
to doing hot ones.
It's like
It's terrible.
Liquid hot
It's
ones.
so-
Dude.
This
don't
is
buy
terrible.
the Deathberry Inferno Liquid Death because it tastes like
It's
hot sauce.
Spicy?
It's spicy.
Who wants this?
Yeah, but the burps I'm having are ones
It's
I
giving
can't
me
just talk through.
insane acid reflux.
Yeah.
You want to
immediately.
drink a room temperature non-alcoholic beer that I left here 2 days
That's
ago.
where it's at.
That's how you
Yeah.
get in the Ray Gun Bush mindset.
I'm just in the Sean Evans mindset.
I keep trying to like drink just muscle memory to finish it,
Me too.
and I don't want to keep doing it. You know,
It's fitting for this episode.
Yeah, it is.
It's painful.
it is
Yeah.
painful.
It's a painful
You
collaboration.
shed a tear.
Anyways,
but yeah, what was I saying?
Matador.
Yeah, Matador.
Matador.
Yeah, that's one of the
see,
That's one of the
sucks. You
craziest.
gotta do it now too.
Yeah,
I'm
we
good.
might. You have to drink one now. It's one of the like craziest and most evil sounding like chugs that Chad Pyle have on a record. Just like the dun dun doo doo doo. Like it's, and it being that long of a song, it feels like a nice treat for Chad Pyle. Like,
they-
we get like an epic.
They achieve size so
Oh
well.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And that
just
riff coming in, like
giant
it's
shit.
like the most corn sounding
Yeah, it
the
is
bass
corn.
line has ever been,
Yeah.
but it sounds so fucking good. It's so heavy. And it has another one of those classic like Ray Gun Bush. I'm gonna repeat something that's
Yeah.
gonna haunt your nightmares, where he's
Yeah.
just like screaming straight to hell
Yeah,
over
he's
and
screaming
over
fucking
again.
bloody murder. Yeah. I was watching the interview that they did with Fantano, and the bassist, Stin, I think his name.
Yeah, Stin.
The bassist knows everything there is to know about Korn.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Oh,
he
that's
talks
awesome.
about Korn for like 20 minutes. Like a full history of like each member of the band and their relationship with each other.
That's really
It's
cool.
kind of like awesome.
because a lot of his bass lines do remind me of like
Oh,
Fieldy
yeah.
if he just
Fieldy.
tightened the strings up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if they weren't just like slinkies that
Yeah,
were
like
attached to his
hanging
bass.
and banging off his fucking
Yeah.
pickups.
Yeah. Yeah, they're huge. They're corn heads.
They're corn heads.
Corn balls.
Yeah.
They are corn
They're
balls.
Yeah.
corn balls.
Yeah,
Um,
Matador's by far my favorite thing on the record. And I would agree that the stuff that feels more like a Chat Pile song, definitely, like even the short one, Fission Fusion,
yeah.
like we just get that like wall of anxiety
Yeah.
and then like that weird offbeat. That stuff is the stuff that I will probably return to more. Maybe less some of the like the stuff that feels like the melding of the worlds.
Yeah, the vibe stuff.
I don't know. I mean, like as much as I like the Chad Pyle, like the very clear Chad Pyle influence, I really did like a lot of the ones that felt like the melding of the. It was the ones where they like kind of let Hayden kind of take it away, or the ones that I wasn't as into, which is like so typical, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're like not good tracks; they're just more like interlude tracks.
Yeah.
But like, I really liked "Behold a Pale Horse" and "The Magic of the World." "The Magic of the World" is like a very like earnest ballad. Like it feels like it has a kind of a familiar pop melody, even though it is like very spooky and drumless and sort of haunting. It does still have like this vocal melody that feels like you've heard it before on the radio.
Yeah, and I think that's like one of Ray Gunn's like coolest vocals for that reason, just because
Yeah.
it's like so unexpected
Yeah.
that you're gonna get something like conventionally kind of just like good and pretty.
Feels like you could have had your first dance to that song at a wedding. Imagine that, dude. Yeah, we're dancing to a chat pile song.
I'm sure there's people out there doing
yeah,
something
dude.
similar or doing their first dance to Korn.
Or that would be awesome.
100%.
Freak on a
100%,
Leash.
yeah,
Dude,
that-
yeah, got the
Yeah.
life, dude.
Got the
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Got the new life with my wife.
Yeah.
got
there
the
you go.
wife.
Got the
Got the
wife. Got the wife.
We got there.
God hates
Yeah,
me.
that'd be so awesome. I'm gonna redo my wedding just so I could do that.
Got the wife.
Got the hashtag. That's our official hashtag for the
God
weekend.
the wife. You come out, we get you out the turkey to get hair,
Yeah.
just to get the fucking Jonathan
Yeah.
Davis.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be so sick.
That'd be
Tuxedos full Adidas. It'd be so
dude.
awesome.
All the groomsmen in fucking
Yeah.
tracksuits.
We're
Hell,
redoing the
That would
wedding.
be
Yeah,
sick.
next year.
babe,
Babe, I got this sick idea from the pod.
You're gonna be all about
I
it.
know we
Believe
haven't,
me.
we haven't paid for the first one yet.
Yeah, I know we're still in debt from that. We're gonna have a second one that's all corn themed.
Sounds like you're about to be that divorced
Yeah.
rock climber guy.
I could see that. Yeah, just fucking listening to Chat Pile climbing a fucking plastic wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, I miss her.
Damn, what the fuck was I thinking with that corn wedding? Yeah. What else do we want to say about this?
I
Yeah,
think
mostly
it's
that
good.
I'm just impressed that they were able to bridge those two worlds in a way that feels like both organic. I think I'm a bigger Chat Pile fan than Hayden Pedigo fan, but like this is a worthy addition to what was already like becoming a pretty impressive discography.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like some throwaway like trivia question. Like, did you know that Chat Pile did like Matador feels like something that's like going to be an essential
Yeah.
track.
Chat Pile song.
I thought for sure it was going to end up being like a throwaway, like you said, trivia question thing. It's like they collaborated with Hayden Pedigo, and like it was a 7-inch for Record Store Day or
Yeah.
something like that. And it's like no, it was a fucking
It
real
was a
album.
legitimate record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did really like their soundtrack they did for that movie 10 Killer. I don't know if you guys heard that. I think it was just a Bandcamp release. But that was really interesting where you kind of got to hear them, not with any collaborators, kind of show off like their softer side. And they have like a country song on there too. So yeah, I guess since then I've always been curious as to like what they would sound like just doing a completely different genre of music. And the cool thing is too is that like they brought Hayden Pedigo on this like into their production style too. So they're like the Hayden Pedigo record is very clean and lush sounding, where like it sounds like he probably played mostly electric guitar on this, and they had it kind of covered up in that like dirt and reverb and kind of fuzzy like washed out distortion that they have on their records.
Yeah, like all the Chat Pile records feel like they're happening this far away
Yeah,
from you.
like they're like through a TV, and you're like, I can't exactly grab it, but it's there.
Yeah, and even the acoustic moments, like
Yeah.
Tear for Lucas, like there's like a lot of like reverb on it,
Mhm.
and like even that feels like distant and far away.
Yeah. Definitely makes me want to listen to more Hayden Pedigo and get into more of his discography. He seems like the nicest guy of all time. I think I was telling you about it. Like, I was just looking up some of his, like, live performances on YouTube to get myself more, like, familiar with him. And he has an NPR Tiny Desk. And there's, like, a comment from him that's like, thank you so much for letting me on this. I was like, oh, that's nice. And then there's another comment underneath it that's like, Hayden did a great job, and I'm not just saying that because I'm related to him. And then it says, like, Terry Pedigo.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
his dad.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like such a nice thing.
That's
People
so
in the comments
wholesome.
are like, this made me cry.
Oh my God.
It's
Wow.
so awesome. A proud father.
He's one of the good ones.
One of the good ones.
Yeah.
I wonder what Terry Pedigo thinks of the Matador. He's
Yeah.
like, all right, we might be going a little off.
Hey, now I know what you were thinking with this
What's
chat
that?
pal. These chat pal fellas.
Matador
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's not. That's a little bit too scary for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to move into the CAs?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Being unfamiliar with Hayden Pedigo and fresh off the heels of the more recent Chat Pile record, I wasn't sure what to expect. Like we kind of covered, but it was a really interesting listen. And in a lot of ways, I did find myself enjoying the more Chat Pile forward moments than I did the spooky, eerie, or dissonant type things.
Mm-hmm.
But the highs are really high, and I also wonder too how much Hayden Pedigo influenced the it's clear how he influenced Chat Pile in the songs and the ballady type things that they did, but I'm curious how it went the other way around, how he influenced those heavier tracks too.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
good question.
maybe like adding more melody, like you said, or something like that. But there's still the great production style. It's really interesting. I feel like I could listen to it a bunch of times and probably pick up something new that creeps me out. But yeah, I liked this. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to it all the time because there's like a decent amount of skips just because I want to get through the vibes to the
heavy
gnarly.
parts.
But all that said, I'm gonna give this a 7.3 out of 10.
Okay. I'll go next. Yeah, I was just really pleasantly surprised by this. And I don't know if it's because of just like how much of a Chat Pile fan I am, where like I'm in that kind of brain of just like anything they do I'm going to love. But it is just cuz I love the sound of that band, and I love the lyrical direction and the vocal melodies, but I was just impressed by the way they were able to kind of like team up and make this work and balance it as well as they did. Like I really like the fact that it like I was expecting Radioactive Dreams like a bunch of times. I was expecting like this to be really downtrodden and kind of just be this kind of offshoot that you're like, well, this is not really a project that's for me or really for anybody. It's just like a thing that they did to like kind of flex their artistic bone a little bit. But it is like just a really interesting record to listen to, more than anything else I've heard this year, honestly, in terms of like the rock genre. Like I'm more impressed by this than a lot of other records I've heard this year. I really like Hayden's contributions. I like how Chat Pile was able to like transform their sound and integrate themselves into like softer, more soundscapey things and like make it work. Like I really like I like atmospheric instrumental tracks a lot, and I haven't heard something as good as like Behold a Pale Horse or I Got My Own Blunt to Smoke, or even Matador, or no, Outside and Inside in a while. But then like songs like Fission Fusion, Matador, Never Say Die, and like Demon Time, even though that's like sort of softer, I still feel like I'm gonna come back to those when I'm listening to Chat Pile. Yeah, I don't know. I really just enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to, and yeah, it might be. I'm gonna see how I feel towards the end of the year, but right now it's like sticking out to my brain as like one of my favorites of the year. So I'm gonna give this an 8.1.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm mostly impressed at how well the collaboration went between the two, and the fact that, like, I think it was like Miles Davis had that quote, like, there's only two types of music, good music and bad music, and like it just seems like two artists who were able to at least link up on like the wavelength of like taking it as a challenge to try to make something good together.
Yeah.
And that's really cool, especially coming from like such different worlds. And also like the lack of ego that it takes with like two creatives who have these like styles that are lauded by critics and they have fans who are expecting a certain thing from them, and get in the room together and be like, well, how can we make something cool together? And I'm really impressed at how like seamless that feels. Like hearing Hayden Pedigo's guitar have just like, it's still clean, but it's like electric and like more dour than the stuff that I had heard. And then to hear like really the big thing for me on this is hearing what Raygun Bush did vocally that I haven't heard yet. And knowing that now like there's that color that Chat Pile may be able to use for themselves on further releases. So like I like a lot of the material on here. But I'm more impressed with what they were able to do in like a collaborative basis. I feel a little more similar to JJ, where I like the atmospheric songs. I don't know how often I'm going to like return to them. I do think it works as like a piece, like the falls and lifts throughout the track listing, because it's only like 30 some minutes. It does kind of, but it does kind of feel like you're like going. It feels like an album experience.
Yes,
it lifts and it falls. And like when you get those big Chat Pile punches, they come at the right way, and it ends really nicely with like the ballad "A Tear for Lucas." But I do find myself like, man, when I got that Chat Pile rush, I was like, damn, like every time that I finished it up, I was like, I'm gonna listen to Frownland, because that song rules.
That is like a great part of this record too, is that it makes you go back and be like, I'm gonna just fuck up my day, I'm gonna listen to some really horrible shit from Chat Pile. Not horrible, but just stuff that's gonna put you down.
Overall, I'm impressed by it. Like you said, like with Radioactive Dream, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, and I liked Radioactive Dream, and I think that's almost like the one that feels like the most 50-50 of like contribution wise. But I was pleasantly surprised at how much more I liked so much of the other stuff beyond Radioactive Dream. I think I'm gonna match Jage. I think I'm gonna go 7-3 on this.
7-3, all right. It's a 7-5.
7-5.
I mean, that's a
straight to hell, yeah.
Straight to why is it straight to hell?
Because he yells at Matador a bunch.
Oh, does he? Oh, that's right. That is what he
That's
yells,
also the brand of boots that I wear.
was gonna say,
dude, never mind, dude.
That's where my head went.
That's SpawnCon, brother. Straight to hell,
Can't
yeah.
pay for that.
I was like, that's the brand that JJ likes?
It's like my favorite shit.
That's his boots. yeah.
It's a straight to hell,
It's
yeah.
a JJ's boots, hell yeah.
STH, baby. There we go. JJ's boots.
It's a JJ's boots, hell yeah.
100%.
Parentheses, straight to hell.
Perfect. We finally got it.
We like that.
Sponsor me.
But yeah, I'm just surprised at how much like I came back to this, and like I don't love listening to sad music all the time, but every time I put this on, I had a hard time turning it off. Like even in the car, I was just kind of entranced by a lot of it. And
I had a moment going down 376 listening to this. Like, what if I didn't hit the brake?
It's like, what if I just fucking...
I'm living on the edge.
That the Fight Club moment where they all just put the seatbelt on and just let it happen.
Yeah.
What would you be happy with your life?
Why do you think I blew up your condo? Yeah, it's a 7.5. JJ's Boots, parentheses, straight to hell.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. For Chat Pile and Hayden Pedigo. I know a lot of the people that watch the show love Chat Pile, so I'm curious to know what you guys thought of it. Let us know in the comments. Tell us what your scores would be. Get the shirt in the description. Support the show. Subscribe on Patreon for bonus content. $5 a month. Become a quitter. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. So I think that's it.
Do not get the Deathberry Inferno Liquid Death.
If there's another thing to take away from this review,
don't do that.
Don't fucking.
I'm about this way down. It's not like it's that spicy, but like
it got spicy.
I mean, I'm eating spicy food, that's like I get the reward of like chicken and fajitas.
Well,
it's just cherry soda.
It does have a parental advisory sticker on it.
It does.
Chicken cherry cola, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a little bit towards the end where I was like, my mouth is on fire.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I've stopped.
Yeah.
I'm about this
it's
much.
The bomb. That's what it is.
Dude.
Anyways.
Don't drink this. Thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.